Hey guys, how's it going? So I thought this week I'd take you along on one of my hobbies, which is looking through interesting architectural designs. So I like to look at what's fresh, what's hot, what's trending, and what's popular right now. So I thought this week we can go through some interesting ID designs and we go through them together. I'll tell you what I think and maybe you can tell me what you think in the comments. Ready? Let's hit it! Okay, let's start with one of my favorites, which is the minimalist design. So here's the definition for those definition junkies. Minimalist style involves using the bare essentials to create a simple and uncluttered space. So we're going to homedesigning.com and check it out. I really love this vibe. The minimalist concept is always about clean, simplicity, whiteness, and if you can see from my screen over here, check it out, it even got, well, even the fireplace is fake one, but it just jives, it looks good. Look at this one, clean, black, you got mood lights, you got grayscale, and even the sofas are even, modern and, very simplistic structures. White blinds, this one, look at that, natural light, white, and then you've got, the architecture just slashing the room in half. Then you got white partial shade against beige, beautiful and clean. I love this very much, check it out. I would say the simplicity makes it one of my favorite. A lot of them are adopting this today, but it's not very easy to keep the feel and the vibe, consistent throughout. So like you see, this one over here has this antler deer head, sticking out in the middle of the room, and it kind of segregates the space a little bit and turns it into a little bit of Scandi. Let's now go to Scandinavian. Scandinavian style is recognized by a focus on clean, simple lines, minimalist. Check out the definition right here. Let's go to my domain and get an idea of this thing. So the thing about Scandi is really you love it or you hate it, because it's like what the name describes. It's European, it's Scandinavian, there's a little bit of naturalist element in it. You can see from this photo over here. Play with natural light. Wow, check out the huge window right in front of you. Huge panels of light just floating through. And there's always this white, jarring white brightness in your face, and then there's darkness. Yeah, this is very typical of Scandi. They always have, that little bit of rustic nature thing that comes through. Look at this, mixed textures. Look at this picture over here. The whole thing that ties the room together is actually this photo here with the chick, and the raw emotion is going. Use warm wood. Yes, it is typical. If you see a Scandinavian theme house and you see very, very light shaded wood, it is lovely actually to match against the very white and black, huge contrast. Then you've got light shaded wood over here. And I guess it is probably because Scandinavian tree very pale. Huh? Let's next quickly look at Bohemian style. When I think of Bohemian, straight away I think of Freddie Mercury. Bohemian Rhapsody, right?
Mamma mia, mamma mia, mamma mia, let me go.
In case you're wondering, what the hell is Bohemian design, right? We're going to decor it. How to get the look? Simple base, okay. Botanicals. So let's check this out. I would say to classify Bohemian, it is super funky and botanical. And also, look at the patterns over here. Is the furthest thing from minimalist. Low-lying furniture, yes. The whole thing about the Bohemian vibe is funky, it's groovy. It has that kind of that vibe that really makes you feel a little bit like a hobo.
Can you spare some change?
Go for distressed finds. Look what they say here. Materials and furniture should look as if they've lived a life before coming into your home for added charm as a Bohemian style. It's all about well-loved pieces that look as if they were sourced from a far-flung market in an exotic locale. That means buy from Pasar Malam one. I personally am not a huge fan of the Bohemian vibe, but I would say elements of it can be used to kind of displace a very boring setting. Okay, let's look at mid-century modern. This is one of my favorite styles. And let's look at the definition over here. So yes, mid-century modern is known as what? Juxtaposing slick. So I like this a lot. They play around a lot with functionality and shapes, like irregular shapes and design. Check this out. This is Inspiration Design Books and what defines mid-century style. Check it out. So look at this very specific chair over here and the dining. It's classic mid-century style. You will see that it has, you know, that leather component and then the wood backing of it and the backrest and the legs and the whole shape of the contouring is meant to be ergonomic. Look at this. So you've got modern curvature and smoothness for all the furnitures, and there's this very slick yet rustic feel that's going on. But look at the furniture, it always has those kind of metal tips and peg legs going down. That's very nice and smooth. But yeah, look at the bodies of this thing. So ergonomic in terms of, you know, the chairs just go like this for you to wrap your arms around. Then check this out. This is quite typical. So you've got this very beautiful centerpiece marble table with beautiful curvature, and then look at the base. It's a solid stone type leg. The fireplace also has that marbling around it, and then even the lamp has that marble texture all around. There's always this like very solid nature to the designs over here. And you know, that kind of gives it that very valuable posh vibe without having to be all, you know, glamoury, shiny and stuff. Simplistic and contrasting, yet it has, you know, that divide. Check it out, you got white marble over here, then you contrast totally into, you know, a very dark shade yet chromy feel over here. You've got the timber in this section, yet everything still goes together. There is no displacement. Hey, look at this classic mid-century modern chair over here. So this is the very classic piece over here. Yeah, all of this furniture really shout that vibe, which still exists today. I mean, in a lot of mid-upper class developments, still use furnitures like this, and it's usually very posh developments. Even in showrooms that you see like to use these chairs. I think if you look at our video we did a long time in Amber Park, they use a lot of mid-century modern furniture. The theme is really there and very strong. And it's very, very close to another design type, which is one of my favorites. Let's go now to industrial style. Check this out. Inspired by old factories, industrial spaces. So here we're going to renovation.sg, and these are new industrial style 7 homes in Singapore. And just look at the lighting against the ceilings, and even this aluminium black frames over here that they created a study to segregate the room. And look at this one over here. They got, you know, the New York brick wall going over here. And you know, they're saying that, you know, you always have to have masculine vibes, and it's pretty much true. Look at this, you got a rustic open kitchen concept over here. You got timber bar stools right in front of an island, totally black. Then you got carpentry above, black, 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 black. Look at, you know, the industrial lights that are going here. Huge naked bulbs that are probably fluorescent. Check it out, this is a close-up, and the lights hanging from the ceilings, you know, just like, you know, this looks like a bar rack that's hanging over, and all your glasses can just go over. It's very nice and lovely. Look at the herringbone behind. You know, the backsplash is totally gorgeous. And then, whoa, look at this. This is a mansionette. The staircase, cement screeded all the way. Look at the railings. These are industrial wire meshes going through. You've got lovely cable ducting running across the walls, creating the industrial vibe, like kind of like a circuit. It's very beautiful. I really, really dig this vibe. Oh, check it out. They got lovely, you know, slide out compartments for the understairs storage, which is very functional. Look at that. It's totally beautiful. I didn't know that you could do that. Oh, look at the showers. Classic. You've got all the lovely industrial grade, you know, you got that bulb over here. Oh, look at the fittings against the dark panel. Wood look alike, yet kind of cement shade, grey, brown kind of tone. It's very, very lovely. It just sets you back to kind of like a Chicago vibe, you know. And then look at that Herman Miller armchairs going for you. Wow, I didn't know this. Check out this mesh over here. Looks very familiar, isn't it? Every HDB house, new ones got this mesh. It's all the industrial vibe, okay? Don't play. Anyways, they always got this open plan thing, which I love a lot. It's all about space. I've seen a lot of double volume loft houses start to incorporate this thing, and it's simply magnificent. Look at that, this transition in space over here. I love it a lot. I mean, personally, I wouldn't make this color. I would make it black to contrast against, you know, the lovely white walls. So there's another distinct style that I think is very trendy nowadays, and it's called the Hollywood glam style. It's basically the glam, the luxe, the bling bling. involves patterns that are bold, timeless, gender neutral overall, and check this out. Hollywood Regency style. Everything you need to know. Look at the furniture over here. It's all bling bling, gold legs, crisscross, and then you've got gold features over here, gold mirror, posh, very luxury sofas over here that are almost always velvet. Sometimes they like to mix it up with a little bit of color, but let me show you. This is typical. And you can find a lot of this kind of furniture at this place called, I think 𝗧𝗨𝗘𝗦𝗏 is one that does this very well. They have a very nice, Hollywood vibe going. So the frames are either bronze or gold. They're very clean, they're very thin, and side tables and all that are all gold. Look at this living room. Centerpiece is gorgeous. The light, oh my god. This is super typical. But nowadays, I would see this kind of halo lights hanging around in a lot of landed houses because they got super high ceilings and they don't know what to do with them, right? Oh, this is a lovely piece, by the way. Look at the ID, the treatment that's being done to the back. So you've got these Victorian frames going. It's very British, it's very European, very Scandi, then wall lights with gold trimmings. Very lovely, it sets the vibe. Let me tell you a story. I went to one of my clients' home and I said, oh, this is a beautiful place. I like what you've done with the space. It's very modern, contemporary. He looked at me and said, it's Scandi. See, the thing about modern contemporary is it can be anything. Let me just show you. What is the definition? It's fundamentally a contemporary style of decorating and defined by simplicities. So check it out, these are all HDBs, right? Look, there's a little bit of modern, there's a little bit of, the industrial vibe, there's a little, this is more Scandi also. So what is this, Bohemian? What does modern contemporary really mean to you? To me, in a nutshell, it's called rojak. Whatever, mix and match, but that's very trending nowadays, honestly. You go to any HDB today and you look at this vibe, wow, your reno very nice, huh? It's a little bit Bohemian, it's a little bit modern, Scandi, it's a little bit rojak. It really is up to you, to be quite honest. If you're into this stuff and you want to see more, then check it out. This is one of my favorite YouTube channels to watch, 𝗧𝗨𝗘𝗦𝗏.